Okay, my friends, biggest inhale you got. Exhale, let it all go. We are calm and empty, the good kind of empty, spacious, willing, open, ready, available. Good. Wiggle your fingers and toes, circulate super feel good around your body. Arms up to the ceiling. Lace and stretch back over your head. Writhe around with a happy smile on your face. Good. Draw your knees in, a couple of rolls on your back just to get moving. Good. Let's roll up together. We'll issue Sunday salutations. Welcome. Welcome to my Bay Area friends. I see them on my computer here, my Zoom friends, and then the entirely separate audience, and that's the worldwide YouTubers. And the algorithm just flipped the switch on, and we're almost to 1,000 subscribers. We've had a huge rush, and welcome if you're brand new. This is Yoga for Everybody. I call it Yoga for Everybody, Yoga for Everybody else, meaning if you're not necessarily a circus performer or a acrobat, or if you are, I've partied with some great acrobats and circus performers in my life and really enjoyed it. But everybody's welcome here. And if you're stiff and sore and tight, if you're crispy in Cleveland or not so bendy in Baltimore, then yoga is for you. And if you're flexible in Finland and mobile in Mobile, then this is a great place to be. We're a group of souls gathered together to practice the depth of yoga. Yoga means connection, connecting to connecting to what? Higher self? Do you believe in such a thing? Do you think you're part of a larger network of consciousness that overarches and interpenetrates all of us? I really believe that. I have a hard time not believing it. Otherwise, the universe is sort of a random, chaotic, meaningless place. And some people really think that's true. And boy, that's a great decision one gets to make. So we'll practice the former. Let's chant Om together. Nice big inhale. Peace on earth, goodwill to all beings, everywhere, always. Okay, now a word from our sponsor. Hey, Kat, if you're brand new and if you haven't seen Looney, he's a real charmer. He's an 18-pound monster mountain puma. He should be in a second, he said. He just texted me. And because of that, if you could please like and subscribe. If you're watching this live or recorded on YouTube, do us a big favor, like and subscribe. Just take this finger, like, subscribe. It's free and it helps me in my mission and purpose, which is unabashedly stated to bring the love and the light of love and light to the world. Anyway, the first couple minutes, we're just going to move our body. Then we'll move into some restorative and yin yoga. By the way, I'm doing yoga on a 4-inch trifold mattress. You can get them on Amazon right now. They're about 60, 65 bucks and they can be delivered. And I've given I bought 25 of these and I've given them to almost all of my Bay Area friends. And we really like doing yin yoga. This surface really helps. If you're anxious, fearful, worried, got any PTSD, most humans have got something going on. This surface really helps to soothe and calm and bring us into our parasympathetic nervous system. Shoulders, 1. I know that's a lot of intro, but we have a huge audience and just setting the groundwork. Now we move, now we breathe, now we be together. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other way. By the way, if you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment. It really helps. And where are you watching one? With 1,000 subscribers now, we'll hit that in the next couple of days. People from all over the world are watching, and it's great to hear from you. And Looney returns all of the comments. 6, 7. Boy, just to move. We're animals. Let's move. Inhale up. By the way, I'm simulcasting from Concord, California, just outside of the East Bay, outside of San Francisco. And currently, this is my tiny room life studio, Upward Spiral Enterprises. My business is Upward Spiral, meaning everything I do, behind all of it, is a mission to bring love, light, and truth as best as I can. And so in here is yoga, life coaching, music, school, authorship, bunch of good stuff goes on, but it's packed pretty tight. Next place I'm going to live is I'm going to get a yoga retreat in either Thailand or Costa Rica. Let me know which one you think is best. One more. The obvious answer is both. Poof. Don't you feel better already? I do. How about some head? 1, 2, 3. Relax your shoulders. 4, 5. Most people over the age of 40, they've quit moving. They petrify, they ossify, they get crispy. It's no fun. Other way. You know why kids are always laughing and giggling and running around? Because their body is springy and resilient and buoyant, and they haven't been hypnotized by adults to think that life is struggle, misery, and anguish. 5, 6. I think kids teach parents more than parents teach kids in many cases. It's mutual, obvious. Drop your head down, close your eyes. Stop thinking for 20 seconds. Contemplate your cute navel. We are calm, blissful souls. First peace, then bliss comes riding in on the wave of peace. Good job. Now, all of my Bay Area friends are very incredibly flexible. Most of them are ex-circus performers and contortionists. Really, they're amazing people. I love being around them. So they all take their hands with thumbs to the outside and they lean forward into their hands like this. If you're not so bendy in Baltimore or atrophied in Atlanta, you may be up here and you can't even get your hands down. If that's the case, just lean back into your wrists. Thumbs to the outside, lean back into your wrists and forearms. I've been teaching yoga for 25 years now, since the turn of the century, and I've learned a lot of ways, mostly because I have to deal with my own body, but I've been watching people's bodies for a long time. So there's always a way in, there's always an angle. God, love, source always gives us a way to begin to wander back, being prodigal sons and daughters. So I really feel this. I use my hands a lot. I really like my hands. There's just so many incredibly enjoyable things to do with them. And I want my hands to be sensitive, fast, coordinated, receptive. Good. Now, how shall we stretch our wrists the other way? Well, you turn them over like this. And, oh boy, now, again, if you're up here, you can't do that. Thumbs on the inside, fingernails down. Lean back into your wrist this way if you're tight in Tennessee or desperate in Dallas. All my Bay Area friends are doing this wicked contortion thing here, dropping their chin though, closing their eyes. And wherever you are, we're cultivating calm and peace. It's so interesting to think that being peaceful is a practice. It seems like it should come natural. But for many humans, we've been trained out of it. We've been trained to be always on alert, have one foot on the brake, one foot on the gas, and stomp on them both at the same time. So our fight or flight mode is almost always on, and that really ages us and makes life so much less enjoyable than it could be. So together we're going to light up our parasympathetic nervous system. I may have mixed them up, but we're going to fire up our rest and relaxation, feed and breed response. You can't be running from raptors all the time. You got to stop and eat some food and kiss your mate every now and then. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. If you have a mate, kiss him today. Give him a big smooch. If you don't, the day is young. All right, now, 1, 2. There's one relationship you have for sure. It's the one between you and your higher self, and that's always the greatest of all relationships. Human relationships are fun, interesting, necessary, functional, but the one on the inside lasts forever. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, most of my friends are married or they have mates. It's 9 out of 10 people get married. And by talking to them, I found that marriage and having a mate it's a challenge. It's really fun sometimes, and it's really work other times, but it's a big helping of both and takes a lot of conscious presence of being. Wave your hands up and down. But from what I've heard, it's worth it. Faster, faster, alabaster. Cup your hands at your heart, drop your chin, close your eyes. God casts a spell over us and makes somebody else seem like magic person for a few months, and that makes us marry them and have kids, and then we get to know them a little better. Good, lace your hands, stretch up. It wouldn't work the other way around. Good, now turn left, 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 right hand, left knee, left arm behind. Have a nice little twist. Give your body a nice twist to the left, nothing too extreme. And I'm an extreme person. I am one who needs to practice the middle ground, slowing things down, being okay with incremental growth. Some would say I've got an addictive personality, and they would be right. It runs in my family. If you shake my family tree, bottles and bongs come out. So if you're part of the recovery world, you have a friend here. But I think Earth is a recovery planet. Everybody's addicted to something. Good, come out of that side. The primary thing most people are addicted to on this planet is the way they think it is. Inhale up, their own thinking. Push their hands up. Have you noticed people on the planet think some crazy stuff? Not us, of course, we're smarter, but turn to the right, the right, the right. Left hand, right knee, right arm behind you. So rather than trying to think right, we just slow thinking down and let wisdom come. Close your eyes. Be a calm, peaceful soul. Good, release out of easy twist. Good job, my friends. Did we do this? Laura, did we do this? Thank you. I've got these friends in the Bay Area. They very much look after me. I look after them, but for me, it takes a village. I would not have a chance without my friends, especially after yesterday. Oh my God, what a day. All right. Cats and cows. Now, you can't not know how to cat and cow because it's built into our nervous system. Even people that don't know how to do this know how to do this. Up and down with your spine. Okay, my friends, now I have a big stack of pancakes, yoga props. So this is just a giant pillow called a bolster. It's also one of my best friends. It has little button eyes and a nose on it. And so I'm gonna widen my knees out, kind of pull it in. Now I don't need this underneath me because I'm pretty flexible and I'm on the blue cushion, but I'm just showing how much you could relax. My booty is back and I'm just laying knees wide, toes together, child's pose. And I'm going to let my ankles and knees release. And as that happens, my booty is going to drop in. All the little kids watching, their booty is all the way on the floor, back by their feet. This is restorative yin yoga, slow, peaceful, patient. Actually feels great. Not going to rush you on to the next thing. You can fall asleep if you want. I'll wake you up. Now my hips are really sinking as my tissue releases, as I let go and let go and let go and let go. I drop more and more into the shape of the pose. Going over to my other ear, if you're doing that version. Good. That was a nice little warm up. Now, here's something I think is interesting. I've come up and my knees are wide. I'm taking my Pez dispenser and I'm just sliding it underneath my crotch. And my knees are wide and my feet are kind of together and I'm sitting like this. Now, I'm 68 years young. I've been spinning around this sun for 68 years and I've got a lot of friends, guy friends. We golf together about my age. And a lot of them really don't like this, but this still kind of works for me. Now, if you're brand new, tied in Tennessee, desperate in Dallas, we kind of want to wake up this range of motion in the body again. So if you can't do it, you would just be here and you'd start to lean back a little bit. And I cannot recommend enough. I, Greg Riley, yoga teacher, Esquire, cannot recommend go in your bedroom, get your pets and your mate off of the bed. They should be up by now anyway. And just try this in your bed if you don't have one of these blue cushions. Now, I'm shoving it further back underneath, putting my hands on it, and then I'm going to lift my crotch, lift up, stretch the front of your body. This is the part of most adult Westerners that dies, and then a lot of the fun and interest in life begins to abate. So lift your moneymaker and come on down. Is that a song? Now, I'm taking the Pez out and I'm coming back down. Now, if you're brand new, you're on YouTube and you tried a couple of these movements and you're like, wow, this is stimulating. It's opening my mind. It's like new ideas, new thoughts. You're beginning to experience yoga. That only continues to increase and open forever. It's never ending. Now, can you bring your feet together like this? If you're tight in Tennessee, knees are up, you got to put your hands behind to keep from falling backward, because all this down here got really tight. It was really frisky back in your teens and 20s, and then you had to go to work every day. So this got tight. After a while, it'll open up a little, and just wag your knees, shake it out a little. This is interesting if you're a little more flexible. Lean way over to your left, put your heel of your hand softly inside your right knee, and see how this elbow is bent because it won't straighten, and then just push that all the way down. If you don't like it, too bad. Just occasionally you're going to have to do something in life that you don't like in order to make the future better. We sacrifice today for a better future. That's the meaning of sacrifice. We give up short-term, inconsequential pleasure and grit, and we trade it in for something much better. Then we lean way over here, and I understand this elbow is bent because this doesn't push down. I lean over further and then I straighten that. If you can't do it, you just learn something about yourself. It's like me on the drums. I get a brand new pattern, an ostinato, a jazz pattern, a polyrhythm, and I start it and it's like, wow, I can't do that. So takes a couple years. Good job. All right. Stretch your beautiful legs out that you've been riding around on your whole life. Stretch your toes open. One of the cool things about yoga is it gets life force juice, literally nerve energy, for atheist materialists, down into your feet so that your feet don't die and turn yellow and get all crispy and crunchy. Now, if you're tight, you get your arms to here, way up. Lean forward, root your heels forward. Get strong, get firm. Good, now my hands go back here. My feet go here. My rear goes here. Lift up. Butts up, kids. Come on down. Now my left knee goes out to the side. Boy, there's a lot of space there now because this one is free. So then we take this and we tuck it under. This is a Greg Riley original. It's called Ardha Virasana. It's called half kneeling and half knee out to the side. This is the pose that I use to break open the congestion when I'm teaching newcomers or people that are I just say lean over here, and all of this stiffness, tightness, anguish, congestion will begin to release. After a while, your hip, this will open up and this will drop. This drops. And then maybe you can get your hands behind your head. And then instead of leaning left for newbies, all the Bay Area bendies, they lean down to the right. And this squeezes their guts, their intestines, their spleens and their gallbladders, their livers. Those organs are in there doing some damn hard work, and they're very quiet and humble about it. But you'll know if they stop working. So keep them happy, keep them squeezed, keep them circulating, put good food in there, cut the crap out of the diet, stop it. I'm going to lecture you today because take my advice, I'm not using it. Good, then come on up. Now, if you're really tight, you can't get your arms up in this position. Way up, stretch up. Good, then if you can, hands behind. That's really good. You get back to here. Now, this Elvis section down here, there's my head, which is always trying to figure everything out. And then there's the grass skirt part of me that just wants to live and have fun. Lift up your grass skirt. Up you go. I watched Mutiny on the Bounty with Anthony Hopkins and Mel Gibson. And boy, those people in Tahiti were having way more fun than those stiff British soldiers. Lift up. Good. And come out of that. Drag this leg out. You may literally drag that leg out. Right knee out to the side. Now, if you're brand new, you may not be able to even grab. It's like, holy, expletive deleted. And after a while, it'll fold under like you're a little kid again. Now, this is my tighter side because this is where I keep my wallet with my fat stacks of cash in it. So I do lean a little over to the right. But then I use my hands and I lean my spine up. On this side, on this surface, just one hand behind my head. All my Bay Area friends, both hands, left elbow down on the floor. They're going to lean left. Most of my friends in the Bay Area find it way easier to lean left than lean right. Breathe into the feels. Yoga allows us to know ourselves better, not just conceptually, intellectually, but experientially, consciously. The unexamined body is not worth living in. Good, now stretch your arms way up. Drop that left hip. Wiggle, wiggle. Jiggle your undercarriage a little bit. Just show that you can sink in. Now we're going to counterpose. It's brilliant. It's genius. It's amazing the stuff that other people have thought of. Hands behind. Now the part with the grass skirt, the thing on your dashboard, that's going to plunge to the heavens. Up you go. This stretch, this back bends your spine. That associates with ecstasy and bliss. A lot of us could really use some rocketing, ecstatic bliss in our life. Occasional dollop of that would go a long way. Lift up, sink down. If you don't ever get that, then usually we try our own nefarious means of getting it: drugs, alcohol, sex, gambling, cigarettes. Because humans have got to feel good. Without vision, the people perish. But if we do yoga and patiently open up the energetic centers of our body, we get high on our own supply. And it's something vastly more substantial, long-lasting, and good for you than sinning. Let's chant Om. Take it from me, literally. Oh, it's a cat. Hi, cat. Sorry, cat was looking at me. Big inhale for Om. Now here's a prayer from one of my favorite great yogis of the past, Yogananda. The prayer is this: God, love source, tempt me, tempt us with your infinite pleasures and joys, that I am no longer tempted by the lower ones that hurt me. Amen. course, this could be fear, jealousy, anger, rage, comparison, all the things that we humans are currently involved in. Okie dokie. Now, in a moment, we're going to go into some deep, deep restorative pose. But there's this one sequence. I have to do it for myself. I owe it to myself to do this. And you might find it really easy. You may find it impossible, but it gets the whole body. This one sequence is going to have me to 1 billion subscribers. All fours. Woof. I'm crawling forward, folding my toes under, and I'm pushing myself back into a squat. Now, if I squat on a hard surface, the floor, it's I'm used to that feeling, but doing it on the soft surface, you're doing it on your bed maybe, boy, do my ankles release. My heels start to drop, and the terrific amount of tension that builds up in our calves and shins and ankles begins to release. If you are brand new or you've been watching for a while and you cannot squat, you can still get in the game. You lay on your back, you put a blanket underneath your head, and you pull both knees in as deep as you can, and you just hold that. And that's called squatting on your back. If you do that consistently and you try this, sooner or later, you're going to be back in the most fundamental human position. 2/3 of the people on the planet, they eat, they talk, they play chess, they give birth, they do other fundamental functions in squat. Now, here's the big transition sequence that little kids are going to find easy. Some adults aren't. It's just sit and stretch your legs out. That one little movement through that range of motion, if you can do it, thumbs up. If you can't do it, you're going to wake up that range of motion, and then you're going to like and subscribe because I have made a huge contribution to your life. Now, hands and feet, lift up. Lift up higher than anybody else in your house. Sink down. Now, I'm way at the back of my long blue cushion. This is my yacht off the south of France, very floating along the Mediterranean. Now my hands go back, my feet, you're really tight. You can bring your feet into about here. Little kids, deeper, deeper, way in. Now, here's probably the hardest part. Up and over your feet. Hard for me. Toes. I've had these same toes for 68 years, and I like them a lot, but they need to come to life. Now I'm going over my toes and ankles. Then I have to go through my knees and through my hips. And then this part right in here, right? My knees almost touch. This breaks open the iceberg of your body like nobody's business. I'm sorry if you don't like it, but I'm here for your higher self and not to satisfy your lower self, unless maybe. Now, my knees come down. Ouch. Now I'm doing the one thing that I will not do on a hard surface, and that is I'm sitting on my folded under toes. I'm going to be in anguish for a sec. Then I'm going to bring my hands down, and we will conclude the sequence with cats and cows, and you're going to be better off than you were when you started. Ups and downs. If that sequence is easy, then you really enjoyed it. We just had some fun together. If it was hard, we did some damn good work, and I'm proud of you. Okay, kids, now we're going to do some stuff on the back. So that means I get my legs out in front. Now, this is a yoga blanket from my yoga studio back in the day. And the difference between a blanket and a yoga blanket is the same as a regular blanket, except they cost 3 times more, like this one did. Now, why am I doing this? I'm taking this folded up blanket and I'm putting it back where my neck is when we lay on our back. I want your cervical spine, I want that filled in. I don't want your head hanging in space when we're on the back. It ruins everything. So now I'm moving over to the right side of my mat, and I landed in the wrong spot. So I move it. Now my neck is plumped up. Even on this soft surface, I'm supporting my head because this is not all we're going to do. Now I'm lifting up my head so I can see everybody. Got the whole world watching me in my bedroom, on my bed, and I'm going to grab my right knee. If you're very tight in Tennessee, you get to about here and it's like, oh, shoot, you say, because you can't bring it in. Way in. Rest your head down, take your knee around in a circle. Open up your booty cheek. Other way. Now, here's something stronger. Lift up your head. If you're a little bendier, you can get your right elbow over your knee. This brings this in further. This foot goes that way more. All this sinks. I'm resting my head down. My Bay Area bendies, they can take their right knee, move to the midline, lift up higher, and they can get their left elbow over their right knee. But you got to be able to relax your head back down. I'm a right elbow kind of a guy. Now we're going to hold this for a minute. And your hips are slowly going to release open. If you're on the soft surface, like I've been recommending for months now, then you're going to get this systemic release layer by layer into the depths of your psyche and soul. Hips and booty. Shoulders relax, chin drops, neck soft, push out through my left heel. Now, say you were bendier. Just say, we got some little kids watching. Iris, Sky, nice to see you. I'm going to grab my right big toe and I'm going to go into archer's pose. This is just, maybe you're really bendy and this knee comes all the way down. If you're tight in Tennessee, you ain't doing this. So just keep doing what you're doing. You'll know when it's time to move deeper into poses because a natural wisdom will come for you. Good, you guys. Now, lifting my head high, rebending the knee. I'm taking my knee, taking my right knee, and whoop, all the way over. Now, this is where the blanket underneath your head makes all the difference. When you twist, spine gets shorter and your head will be hanging in space if you don't have the blanket. So if you don't have the blanket, your neck is going to be jacked up tomorrow and you're going to be really unhappy when you go to work. So make sure your neck is supported, damn it. Now the knee is all the way down. It's not hanging here. It came all the way over. So my right shoulder lifted. My hand is pinning my right knee down. I'm opening up to the right with my torso. You do you, I'll do me. Now just doing this on dirt or gravel feels pretty good. Doing it on this magic blue cushion that I bought for all my friends, it's, dare I say, orgasmic. It is so good. YouTube probably censored that word. You feel organic. That's what I meant to say. Now we just add time. 2 minutes, letting our spine deeply twist, refreshing our internal organs, enlivening our spine, releasing our neck, bringing us down into our body. At a deeper level, squeezing out the past. Painful patterns of perception are released. New glorious patterns of perception are cultivated. My right shoulder is almost all the way down. My head is so happily supported. And the breathing slows down. We go from frightened, panting animals running from saber-toothed tigers to smooth, long-breathing alpha predators relaxing after a good meal. Your body will really respond to these shapes, these positions, this yoga. The deep wisdom of the body will remember these shapes and movements. Even if the mind is confused or baffled, we have a deep, connected, collective consciousness that knows this stuff. It's in our DNA. Okay, big inhale, you guys. Exhale, let it go. So good. Right knee back up. Feet come in. Now, I'm shifting way over here to the left side of my blue cushion. Plumping up my neck, because it's going to make a huge difference. Now, you're desperate in Dallas, your knee barely comes in. That's okay. Just grab where you can, lace over the top, take your knee around in a circle. Don't be a tight A. Move your knee around. Nobody likes a tight A. A double asterisks. Other way. Good, now if you've maxed out, I completely understand. I'm on your side. Lift up your head, neck, and shoulders. I'm a left elbow guy. Most of my Bay Area friends, they really get up and they bring their right elbow over. But then the head, I insist on your head coming all the way down so that you can drop your chin, lengthen your neck, release your shoulders, and let the left thigh really, really deepen into the body. Left thigh bone. Breath slows down, doesn't stop, probably, but does slow down and smooth out. You can't rush this stuff. You ever notice when you're in a rush, you're late, you're driving fast? You ever notice when you rush, time goes even faster when you rush? Let go of time. It's not even real anyway. Okay, you guys, now I'm lifting my head so I can see you. I take this knee, whoop, I got to lift my left shoulder to get, my knee comes all the way down. My head lifts because my spine is twisted. I plump up my head. I move my right lung over to the right. I get myself happy and relaxed, stretch out through my right underleg, pin my knee down, and now my left chest, torso opening, head supported. Oh my God, it is happy sounds. Left hand comes down, not forcing, allowing, releasing. How about this for a word? Surrendering. Surrendering, that word has a terrible, very negative connotation. And yet this is the kind of surrender that when we let go of our smaller, limited self to reconnect with our larger, infinite, absolute, glorious self. That's the right kind of surrender. Minute and a half, melt in. Your spine might go crack, crack, crack. If you're not familiar with that, it's okay. It's supposed to. My left shoulder relaxed. Left shoulder, left arm, left elbow, left hand. It's down. My knees down on the other side. My whole body's making a big dent in the memory foam, letting go of bad memories, letting in fresh new life. Some people just live in the echo of the past and oftentimes not even the good part. Let that shite go. I'm still with you, I promise. Big inhale. Exhale, let it go. Good job, my friends. Now, this knee comes back up. I push into my feet. I slide my buns over. Now, we're going to do about an 8-minute Shavasana. And I'm going to recommend that you put a big blanket or cushion underneath your knees like this. Keep that blanket underneath your neck. Relax on your back. Now, I'm going to give you an option. I'm going to go into seated meditation for about 6 minutes. So you can lie on your back. About 1 billion people are going to lie on their back. About 100 million of the viewers are going to meditate. And I'm going to leave that up to you. Okay? I'm going to go into meditate. I teach meditation. I love it. It's the #1 human tool for achieving conscious contact with the infinite. But Shavasana is equally valid, and do what your soul says you need to do today, okay? You do you. I'll do me. Either way, close your eyes. Withdraw from the world. Give yourself peace. Nobody bothers you right now. We are calm, peaceful souls. Now, if you're on your back, jiggle your legs Oscillate your butt cheeks, get any dents out of your behind, mooch your shoulder blades around. Swallow once, circle your jaw. And in we go, kitty cats. I'm going to drop in as well in my way. God, love, source be with you. Like and subscribe. Consider this one thought. If you're going to think of anything, consider how much you are loved by the universe, by God, by source, by being. Doesn't matter what you call it. The infinite realm from which we have been created. We are loved so much, and we so forget that. Please just begin to remember how fantastically and overwhelmingly loved and appreciated you are. Okay, my friends, wherever you are, whatever your bodily position, whatever continent you're on, there's my voice. Just gently, gently start to come back. It's not at all unusual for our energy, our spirit body to wander off far beyond our physical body. Ollie, ollie, oxen free, start to come back. Reoccupy your avatar, your icon, your body. As you feel yourself start to come back inside of your skin, feel your body weight on your blue cloud. Feel around for the perimeter, the outline of your body. Right at this point, my friends, right at this point of power and connection, I invite, wiggle your fingers and toes, and invite God, love, source, infinite, higher, organizing, nameless into yourself. Circulate love, light, truth, wisdom, truth, beauty, knowledge, power, intelligence, harmony, bliss into your body. Bathe your cells and atoms and molecules. Good. Now, if you're on your back, roll over onto your side. If you're already seated, just relax. Good. Now, if you're on your side, keep your eyes closed when you sit up. Stay within. Stay in the sanctuary of bliss. Stay in that inextinguishable capsule of consciousness. Good. Hands into our heart around the world. Hundreds, now thousands of friends gathered together in connection, stillness. And then all together around the world, we say, Namaste. Namaste is just a Sanskrit word. It means for all of our differences, for all of our obvious differences in this world, they're rather apparent, aren't they? Underneath all of those little waves on the surface, there's 20,000 feet of oceanic connection and bliss that we're all part of. And if we find that, then we'll survive this storm going on the surface. Anyway, as always, I bid adieu, arrivederci, auf Wiedersehen, and adios to my friends around the world. If you didn't like and subscribe yet, I straightforwardly ask you, could you do me a huge favor? Like and subscribe, share with a friend, leave a comment. It makes a big difference. I would very much like to spread this conscious contact of yoga around the world to the degree that I can, and we're all here to do what we can. So thank you for that. Now I'm going to say hello to YouTubers or Zoomers.